Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of DanMachi and Memoria Freese up today. Got a lot to cover, so let's just jump right into it. Events. Two new. We've got the current event, which is the Steamy Scheme, which is this one right here. They just put up a rerun. It's the Werewolf Comes. So for all you Bete fans out there who want to get the husbando werewolf, as he's called, this is a chance to get a very good copy of him, actually. He's a light attacker. Excellent character. We'll go over him a little bit shortly here. But that is up as well. This is a rerun, so you might already have him. I do have him, and if I did not have a full light team, I would be going for him. But I just spent a bunch of pools on Althea and Zard, which are two of the most powerful light characters. They're actually two of the most powerful characters in the entire game. So I pulled for them, and I've got both of them to the point where they're will be fully maxed out in the coming weeks. I got enough bonds to do it. I just have to work through, I like to pace it out slowly, so that I can, if you level them up inside of the game, you can don't have to use all your Exilia books at once. I've got a lot of them, but I'm just paranoid, so I level them up within the game as I'm doing the event stages, which you should be doing. You should be doing both of these at least 3 times a day, because there is a quest to do each of these 3 times a day. So you should be doing them, each of them, at least 3 times, and then you should be running them until you get everything in here that's like this one right here is pretty much finished. I run this 3 times simply because to get the quest rewards, which is some iris, and then and I don't run it anymore because I've got all the goodies out of it, all the gnome tickets, the stones, the faunas. I've got it all, and the hero. I got all that. So I now focus on the second one, and this is the one I run. I run this consistently when I'm looking for stuff, because this has got 4-star tickets in here and stuff that I need to get. Hero lights, ascension faunas, all this stuff that you want to get. You want to get all this stuff. Anything that's numbered, especially, is something that you want to make sure that you clear out. Then once you've cleared those out, you can then start focusing on getting the smaller stones and whetstones and stuff like that. But clear out everything that's numbered, definitely, because that means it's a scarce resource. So yeah, so that's what you should be doing. You should be doing it on a daily basis. All right, they're not hard, and they're good. Now let me talk about this. The Werewolf Comes event here, you get a 4-star Cassandra, first stream Cassandra. This was the first character that I ever completed. This was the first event that I had started the game 3 weeks before this event came out, 3 or 4 weeks before this event came out, and I just gotten a team. I really didn't have that strong of a team, but I was able to fully complete this event and get a full 4-star first stream Cassandra, and she is an excellent character. Okay, she's a free character. She's not, don't get me wrong, she's not as powerful as your Gacha characters. But you have to understand, they give you these characters for free so that you can build a team with them. Building a team with all these full star, 4-star limit break free characters, they're just below the Gacha characters. But what you do is you build up those free characters, make a team, and it allows you to farm and get a lot of iris right here, which you then use to draw on the Gacha. Okay, it's a flow. Play the game with what they give you, and then you earn the iris, and then you can draw on the pool. That's the way I started out. Okay, I have not spent any money on this game at all, not a cent. Haven't bought anything, and I've managed to get a fairly decent team. I've got a full water, full fire, full light team now. I'm halfway through my wind team, and my thunder's a little weak, which is what I'm going to start working on next. Just got to wait for some thunder characters to pull on. But these characters are mostly light characters, but we'll talk about that shortly here inside of the Gacha. So you definitely want to complete these events, because that's where you get all the goodies at. Okay. Another event is a true familiar warrior. This is a familia-based event. This is just you and you're in your familia. You just attack this boss. You can do it 99 times a day, and as you do it, you earn rewards for doing it. So it's just a familia event. All of you get in there together. If you have a powerful familia, it's enabled to get some rewards. You can also get personal rewards for doing it inside of the time limited right here. You can get this for yourself. These are personal scores. As you can see, I'm working on it. I've almost got 4 million. So, and then I'll get 30. That's right, 30 skill fauna. Once I get to 50, I'll get some ascension fauna, some hero lights and whatnot. So you just keep, pumping it over and over. Same with the record buster. Get in there and do it. I'm at 76 million right now, and you can earn these, medallions here because you can use these to make items in the shop. Some of these requires the medallions here to actually make some of the items in the shop. So, in the blacksmith, weapons, and armor. So you definitely want to get some whenever you can. And they come up. They're record buster medallions. You get them for doing record buster. So you should run it. You can run it 5 times a day, so you should. And it's under the arena tab, and it's right here. You get 5 on a daily basis. As you can see, I've already done my 5. And just knock it out. It's a fire team today, so if you have a good fire team, you should be able to do damage on it. And I do have a pretty good fire team. I have an excellent fire team damage-wise. They lack healing, so I usually throw my Hero Hime in there for healing, and I'll talk about it here shortly. So that's in terms of the events. And other, we've got 7th zone is up, of course. So again, knock them out. Like I did my water today. I got that S rank. Didn't have any trouble knocking that out. I'm a little bit weak on this Thunder team, so I'm going to give it a try, but I'm probably off. I don't have very many characters, so I probably will not be able to complete it. So the Thunder team is what I need, but we'll see. So that's up under the other tab. Now, let's go to the Gacha, because the Gacha is where some stuff is at. Okay, this is just a free Gacha daily. This is for the anniversary, just 1 draw a day. It's not an 11 pull, it's just a 1 pull. You get a 2 or a 3 maybe. If you get really, really lucky, you might get a 4. I have not. Okay, this right here, this there's not really much to say about this. This is the same thing they do with Bell and Eyes. They have these pools for them. But unfortunately, there's just too many inside of here to really consider this a pool. There's just no chance of getting a character. You're going to get a Hero Hime, of course. If you don't have any Hero Himes and you want one, then you could pull on it, of course. But it's just the fact of the matter is that there's too many of them. So the chance of you getting enough to, 3 or 4 limit or even fully limit break one is just dismally low. I mean, they have 4 in here. Okay, and the bad thing about it is they really don't have the best Hero Hime in the game in here, unfortunately. So they don't even include her in there, which is just another shot against this. In mine and a lot of people's opinion, this is the best. This is the best Hero Hime in the game. She has a heal that is her special. Ultra heal. You can be dead. You can be mostly dead. You can't be dead, but you can be mostly dead. Your team can be. Everybody in your can have virtually no health left. Bam, you pop off her special, and bam, you're right back up to full or very close to full, and you're right back in the game. I use her for healing on any team that I don't have healing. I use her to heal, and she does pretty good damage as well too with her other skills. So she is an excellent character, and she's not in the draw. Okay, so Silver Fox is what she is. If you look in the Gacha, you will see that. Go to the actual Gacha details, okay, and Silver Fox is not in here. So, now don't get me wrong; these are not bad characters, and they're Hero Himes, and they're not free characters. They're from the Gacha, so they're not going to be bad characters. I mean, they're going to be fairly decent characters. Hero Hime is a strong character in general, but just like Bell and Eyes, there's too many of her to really focus on a Gacha of this nature. It's just too Gacha, I guess to say. The odds are just not with you to get enough to fully limit break a character, and that's what you're going for, is max limit breaking. But they are good characters, so if you don't have a Hero Hime, if you're just starting out, this is an excellent chance to get to get some, and you might get 1 or 2 copies of the same one if you get lucky. If you get really, really, really lucky, doubtful, but if you do get you might be able to get 2 or 3 copies of the same Hero Hime, and that would be a good choice. But yeah, so if you're just starting out, this is a good chance to get a Hero Hime if you don't have one. But in terms of trying to complete a character, it's probably not the best Gacha to choose from. Okay, so the next, now this is where it gets good. If you're in need of light teams, I I would have been, but I just maxed out Zard and Althea. I haven't maxed them out yet, but I do have the bonds to do that because I got in the Zard Althea pool, which was just up, which I did a video on saying that this is one of the best pools. It was one of the best tools for 2 of the strongest characters in the game. They are top rank, I guess if you're like S rank characters, SS rank characters if you want to. They are top level, and I got both of them, and I have enough bonds to break them, fully break them. So this is not going to be a pool. But if you do not have any light characters, if you weren't able to get on that pool, or if you still need more light characters after those 2, Bet is a good choice. If you take a look at his skill right here, as always, what you want to focus on is a high buff on the strength and attack skill, which is 70%. So excellent character. She's not bad either. Okay, she's got a heal, so she's not bad. Okay, and then the assist, you know, a 10% agility dex, physical and magic resist, then a debuff. So not a bad character. Okay, there are others that do better, but she's not bad. So this is a gacha that you might want to consider pulling on. It's a rerun, which means it's only 2,800 to complete this. That right? Because on draws 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10, it's only 200 instead of 400. So normally to do 10 pulls at 400 would be 4,000. But then you've got subtract 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. So bingo. So 3,000 is what this draw will cost you. Okay? So you definitely want to pull on this if you do need light characters. Saving 1,000 is just awesome. Okay? So, you know, a 4,000 for 3,000. I'll take it. And it's a good character. The second phase of that is up as well. So if you're looking for a good Riviera, again, good character. And a Kitty's in here as well too. Riviera, the Festival Warrior on Sneaky Cat. She's a good character actually. She does pretty good damage. As you can see, 90 when she hits with her special, 90% attack damage. She can do some damage. She can seriously shred some characters. So if you're definitely need something on your light team, she's definitely something you might want to consider. Plus she's got a regen. So she's a really good character. So as again, I said, all of these are good characters. This one right here, magic plus 15, you know, that's if you put him in a magic team, that's 15% magic buff. Not bad, no. Not super great, but again, not a bad character. So this is definitely a couple banners that you might want to pull on, especially if you're just starting out. And since this is a normal banner, there's 3, so you have a much better chance of getting 3 or 4 breaks for one character. You might not. You might end up getting just like 2 on each of them or something. But the chances are you're probably going to get 1 to 3, you know, maybe 4. I mean, I have actually, on occasion, you will most often get 3 or 4. I have on occasion got 5. I was able to break 1 character out of the gacha just by drawing on a gacha. You just get really lucky. Sometimes you'll hit the same character. Sometimes you'll hit him twice, and he'll be 2 of him inside of the same pool. You know, you're guaranteed. Don't misunderstand the banner. You might get a 4 on 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, you're just not guaranteed to. You're guaranteed to get one of the banner characters on 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So it's possible. It's, you know, possible to complete a character with a 5-star limit break just from doing the gacha. I've done it. So you know, but at least you get them up to 3 or 4, and then it's just a matter of getting a couple of adventure bombs and prison bombs. If you watch my previous videos, if you haven't, go back through and watch my DanMachi videos, and you'll see where I've spoken about how to get the prism and star bonds that you use to finally make that last limit break if you're a little bit short. So it's a good. This is a good pool if you're looking for light characters. Definitely complete a light team within this, and then you'd have a pretty good light team if you used the characters that were in these draws. So definitely want to get in there and jump on that. All right. So up in Arena, we've got Record Buster. So yeah, as I said, knock on this 5 times a day. Do it as much as you can. Just for the rewards, you know, you get the rewards for doing it. Okay, under time limited. You get, you know, you get all kinds of goodies in doing it. These medallions right here are used to, the Record Buster medallions are used to, if you want to do some of the equipment, blacksmith, you know, build some of the weapons and armor, you need these to do it. Okay, so you can build specialty items which are, you know, like a physical resist amulets or things like that, things that will give you an extra edge inside of the Record Buster. To build those items, you need to have these to do it. So just run it 5 times. You know, it doesn't matter if you die, you still get the points. Okay, and it's a total. So you cumulative, like I've got 76 million right now, homing in on 80 million. Okay, so yeah, focus on that and see what you can get. Doing the True Familiar with your Familiar, you also get personal rewards from a limited time. You know, you can get some, you know, 30 skill fauna. That's nice. Okay, and you know, so you know, if you just play the game, you'll get the stuff that you need. So yeah, it's a good pool. So I definitely wanted to focus on that. And that 4-star Cassandra, she's not bad. I think she's, what is she? She is a, I think she's wind or water. I can't remember. Let's see if I can find her. Right here she is, right here. First stream Cassandra. So she's not a bad character. So her special is she drops this big, I think it's a squash. and she just drops this squash on you. It's funny, actually. The first time I thought it was a big dirt that she was dropping, and then I realized it was a squash. And it hits you, and it slams down on you. And it does the wind damage. When it hits, it, poof, you know, it throws up a huge burst of wind, which is the wind attack. And then, but she's an excellent skill, as you can see. She does. You see, this is why these characters are strong, but not as strong as the gacha pools. As you saw on the bets and the others, they were having like, you know, 60 and 70% buffs to their you know, magic and attack. The free to play only have like 30, so they're still strong, but they're just not as strong, and that's the key. You get all these free to play characters, okay, and then you put them all together in a team, and then you can go farther. Like this is another character that's free right here, Noble Fencer. Okay, she does good damage. Okay, she's a free to play character, and one of the events you got her for free, so you had a chance to limit break her. And that's what you do. So you build up these characters in the events. You only have to do is complete it very hard. And if you have, you know, 50 and 60 level characters, which you don't really need, even if they're not limit broke, you can generally get to that or very close to it. So and you start earning Iris and start doing on the gacha, and that's when you start building your strong characters. You know, that's when you start building your, you know, Elise, you know, and your this is the other Erihime I have, Foxy Yukata. I've got her fully maxed out along with Silver Fox, and you can get your Aishas, you know, and of course Ataros. And I can't say this enough. You always want to get Ataros. He is the strongest character in the game. Okay, this in my honest opinion, and a lot of people back this up. This right here is the strongest character in the game, bar none. Okay. This is it used to be King Otaro, and he was the strongest character for ages. This is the newer version of him that came out just recently, right before the 3.5. This is the one that came out at the anniversary, King's War, and he's super powerful too. But I still think Fierce Rage is more powerful. So if you definitely, anytime you see an Otaro draw, go for it. Okay, period, because you're going to get one of the most powerful characters in the game. I'm not going to pull on this particular because I just I've got the bonds to, I've got 3 and I've got 2 prism bonds or adventure bonds to complete him to 5, and then I've got, and he's light, and then the other light is Althea. Where's Althea? Right here. And as you can see, I have enough to fully limit break her to 5 as well too, and she's light as well. So I don't really need any more light characters. So I'm not gonna draw on that because I just spent the time working to get these 2. This was the gacha that was up previously. I did a video on this. I hope everybody did draw on that all 10 times if you're possible. And if you did and you got multiple breaks of these characters, good job, because these are two of the strongest characters in the game as well. Okay, so they're not quite this level, but they're darn close. Okay, very close. Okay, all three of these, this version, these came from the anniversary. The anniversary event characters were, bar none, the best gacha in the game, and it was their anniversary, 3-year anniversary, so they wanted to make a statement, and they did with all these characters. So if you ever see draws on any of these characters, anytime an Ataro, a Zard, or an Althea, go for it, okay? Because they're definitely worth it. These are S-rank characters easily. All right. So that's all I got right now. So that's everything that's up. And you got 7 zones. So remember to knock this out if you can. You know, Water Team. I don't quite have, as I said, a Thunder Team, so I'm not ready for this one yet. I don't think. I might give it a try, but I probably will not be able to do it in the 15 turns it's required. Okay, so that's it. But yeah, just wanted to do a video to let you know that this is a good pool for light attackers, and that event is up, and the Cassandra that they offer, while not top of the line, she is a very good character, especially for new players, and she will serve you well with her capabilities. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. You can click on that bell to subscribe, and you'll get notified each time I do drop a video. I do have a Patreon account. I'll put that link inside of the description if you want to go there and support the channel that way. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video. And this is Kid Rear. I'm coming at you from the corner, signing out.